Again, it's a Tuesday, and it's when I pack the weekend's parcels. I've got one or two. There's not loads. There's well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's only about 6 or 7 today. There's not loads, So I'll get straight into it. Did everyone have a good weekend? I hope you did. Right, I'm going to cut this box down a little bit to start with, because it doesn't need to be as deep as it is. And it only ends up using unnecessary packing materials if I keep it that way. So this is a set of 4 action figures that have been on the website a little bit longer than I thought they would have been. I thought these would have been a little bit more sought after. It's the Authority from DC, or Wildstorm. We've got, get this the right way around, we've got Apollo. There we are. We've got Midnighter, which just goes to show that we've always had diversity within comics and it doesn't need to be forced and pushed now. We've got the Engineer, and I always forget the name of this one. Jenny Sparks. There we go, Jenny Sparks. Good morning, Patrick. Good morning, Joshy. How are you both? Hope you're both well. Now, I'm very limited on bubble wrap, as you can see, and there's going to be something later that needs a lot of bubble wrap, so I've got to be very sparing with that. I really need to pull my finger out and order some, don't I? So I'm just going to wrap it in this, which will still do the job I need it to do. Morning, Dominic. Put that one in there as well. Now, 3 of these actually did have the backing cards, so I didn't throw them away when I took the collection in. I just thought I won't advertise them as being with the items, but I will include them when I sell them, just in case they've got a purpose for them. If they haven't, then the customer can throw them away, can't they? It's snowing! It's snowing! Flyer. Need one of those, don't we? Josh is good, he says. Myself, I'm not bad, thank you. I feel a little bit coarse. I've had a bit of a dry, tickly cough for several months now. I'm actually wondering if it might be a side effect of the blood pressure tablets that the doctor put me on, which I didn't take last night. Oh well. Oh well. I'm sure I won't die. If I do, it'll be it for a fantastic video, won't it? What we got? More hellos. Oh, Joshua, hello there. A different Josh. A different Josh. Straight up and go with that. So that's the Authority. Parcel 1 done. Authority. Boom. And we got some Doctor Who books. 3 of them altogether. I'll do it this way around and I can see them. 10 Little Aliens. I think that's the first Doctor story. From back in, what, 2000-ish? Well, yeah, around about there. 2002. What a bad guess. The Aztecs, which is an adaptation of a 1964 story. 64, I think it was. Obviously, this came out in the 80s, did this? 1984, this edition. And City at World's End, similar era to the other one. Another first. Oh, this is a first Doctor bunch. Someone's on a first Doctor binge. Bit like you, Dom. Yeah, this one's 99. Get the price ticket out of there. There we are. Get them wrapped. So what's everyone been up to this weekend? Hey? What you all been up to? What you been doing? Anything interesting? I've not. I've had a very lazy weekend, to be fair. I say lazy. I spent a couple of hours editing this week's video, which will be dropping tonight, and what else did I do? As soon as I'd done that, I did a couple of hours worth of ironing because I'd let it mount up. There was tons to do, so maybe not too lazy. I did a few chores. So I spent the rest of the time in front of the telly. Which doctor is better, Pertwee or Baker? Oh, I'm not getting into that. How to lose subscribers in an instant. Pertwee was my first, so I've always got a soft spot for him. Amongst the fandom of the two that you've mentioned, it's obviously going to be Tom Baker. That's just two definitive facts, is that. I'm not saying what my favourite is. Mine changes all the time anyway, so yeah, I can't really go there, can I? I need to get back to watching some classic Doctor Who. I haven't watched any for months. Months and months. I just feel such a disdain for Doctor Who in general now. It's funny how changing something modern into something you don't like can affect your feelings for what you do like. Very strange. And they just don't care about the damage that they're doing to the brand, do they? Let's not get into a moan. Let's not get into a moan. Save that for the Cosmic Council tomorrow night. Oh, no, I'm not talking about it. No. So that's Doctor Who books. Yeah, Dom really needs to get back on with it. He started watching Evangelion. All right, okay. So that's taking some of your time. Yeah, well, enjoy. Right, we've got a graphic novel. It's a crossover graphic novel. See if I can get the price up. Oh. Put it in a bag and the price is on the inside. On the book. That's how you stop people swapping price tickets over, isn't it? Put a little bit of that on. And I'll leave it a second, so I'll move on to the next parcel while we wait for that. Next parcel being some comics. Got some X-Files comics. We've got the special #1. We've got, I'll get the prices off these as well actually. These are easier to remove. He says. Oh, there's always one, isn't there? There's always one. Right. So we've got #1 special, and it is signed by Charlie Adlard, who did the artwork on these comics. At the time, he was going by the name of Charles Adlard. We've got issues 12 and 13, both of which are signed by Stefan Petruccia. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the writer, because Charlie Adlard did the art on these as well. So that's the writer that one's signed by. You see their signature there. And there. Come on. That's off. And then issue 24, also signed, this one by Gordon Purcell, who is the artist on this one. Not Charlie Adlard. Charlie Adlard, you might recognise the name from Walking Dead fame. He was the artist from issue 6, well, from issue 7 onwards, I believe. Was it 7 or 5? Either way, someone else did the first story arc, and then when they decided to continue it, that someone else didn't want to be tied into an ongoing run, so Charlie Adlard took over. So, there you are, a little bit of knowledge. Do I get a few trying to swap the prices? No, I don't believe I do, but obviously it did happen that once, didn't it? So it's, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I have a video where I catch someone. Yes, I do have sort of video where I catch someone in the act of doing it. Wouldn't have the nerve to do it. Most people wouldn't. Most people wouldn't. Most people are decent. Yeah, it was a regular customer of mine. Yeah, 12, 13 years he'd been coming into the shop. So it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Oh, flyer. So yeah, this is going to get wrapped in lots of nice sturdy cardboard, and it will keep them nice and straight. That's, you know, 3 times now I've ordered mailers. 3 times they've not sent me them. Mind you, they're also out of boards at the moment. Bags and boards. Still, to be fair, I actually think that these are a lot, wrapping it like this in this much cardboard, I actually think it's much more stronger than the comic mailers anyway. It's thicker cardboard for starters. Oh yeah, so that's X-Files. Next parcel, we've got a Godzilla. A classic Godzilla. 1963 Godzilla. The toy is not from 1963, the toy is from 1983. Yeah, it's green. Unusual for a Godzilla toy. It's funny because a lot of people would probably imagine Godzilla to be green, but he isn't. He's like a really dark grey stroke black. Yeah, so that's quite a nice one. It is an original Bandai one from 1983. The Godzilla collection this one was part of. Has all of the stamps underneath the feet. Pretty cool one. So that's the Kong versus Godzilla, is that? Let's wrap it in something. Well, I'm going to put that either side of it. It's going to get a load of snow. It's going to get buried in snow. Which of course one of the Godzillas did. Got frozen in an iceberg. Ironically, that this film started off with him getting thawed out of the iceberg. Fly it. Oh, I should go back to that graphic novel, shouldn't I? Godzilla. Yes, I think this is well and truly ready now. So what we're going to talk about on tomorrow night's Cosmic Council then. At the moment, it's looking like it's just going to be me and Andy. I don't know if I'll get any guest stars. Mark's not up for it, and Ed's still not returning yet. So the graphic novel is Transformers G.I. Joe First Strike. Champions, apparently. Very up-to-date artwork in there, I would say. Very cartoony. What's the chat saying? What's the chat saying? Not a lot. Dom says he's not seen a bad-looking Godzilla, to be fair. You've not seen the 98 version? Matthew Broderick. It has its fans, does that actually? It does, it has its fans. All the kids that loved that have grown up now and they're the current Godzilla fans. It's not Godzilla. It's Zilla. Looks like a quiet one today, doesn't it? Keep flitting between 4 and 5 watching. Surprises me how many people watch this on the, you know, catch-up later. Providing YouTube uploads it properly. Alright, so that's TF stroke G.I. Joe. What's next? Well, it's a box that I have to cut down a bit. So I'll show you first what it is. That'd be an idea, wouldn't it? Star Wars, ever so popular. The Force Awakens. First Order. Special Forces. Oh, yeah, Special Forces. It says it there. First Order, Special Forces, TIE Fighter. I honestly thought that these would be made from the same mould as the originals. I thought they would have just retooled it or added a little piece there for that cog type thing what's on the inside of the wing. But it's not. And it's made from a much softer plastic as well. Take that out of the box and those lovely straight wings are probably going to be all floppy. Oh, sorry guys. Knocking you over. Oh, it's Josh's birthday coming up next week by the look of it. Excellent. Oh, what's that? What's Dom asking there? Are those Godzilla anime films worth watching on Netflix? I hated them. I really, really hated them. But give it a try and see what you think. I can't make your mind up for you. Just because I didn't like it, don't mean you won't. Cut off some of this excess cardboard because there's quite a lot of it. Has nobody got any interesting stories to tell me about their endeavours at the weekend? Eh? We've got Mr. Lego 99 waving a pink hand at me. Or maybe he's waving at everyone in the chat. Who knows? Who knows? And yes, I am assuming his gender because it says Mr. Lego. There we go. I really do need to bring a knife up here with me for this stuff. Keep saying I'm going to do. I never do. Right, there we go. That's much better. Now, sadly, that will not get away as a small parcel. Far too wide. So that's a TIE fighter. Right, now, last parcel, and I'm going to be boxing this twice. So that gives you an idea of how fragile it is. Well, I say it's last parcel. I have got something else which I'll probably pack on stream as well. We've got fist bumps. And Pippi Heart says, hello, hello, hello. Right, okay, so we've got, I'll try not to break this one. One of those lovely Betty Boops. Possibly one of my favourite ones of the bunch so far as well. So this one's called Scarlet Splendour, I believe. Yeah, it's a very nice one. These are porcelain dolls, so they do have moving arms. Yeah, and the head does turn, and why the legs also are posable is beyond me, because she has to stand in one particular pose, otherwise she won't stand up. So yeah, we've got that. Now, does the base come off this one? No, it comes off most of them. Yes, it does. There we are. Right, it's an old customer of mine who's bought this. I was able to tell from the name. And at first I wondered, it's like, well, is it the same person? Because I haven't seen them for years, to be fair. She ended up becoming quite pally with my ex, and when we split, you know, that came to an end, sadly. Anyway, enough of personal stuff. And yeah, I haven't seen anything or heard anything from her in a long time, but obviously she's still keeping up to date with things that go in, because she's gone onto the website and bought this literally days after it was listed on there. So she's seeing it. If she's watching it all, hi Vicky. Thanks for supporting. So yeah, I need to make sure this is packed nicely for her. Now I'm going to put a little bit of bubble wrap between the legs just to stop them bashing against each other. They are porcelain. Yes, that means I have to look up her dress. Yeah, trouble for that, can't you? Not awkward at all to do this whilst live on the internet. There we go. At least that'll stop them bashing together. And then must remember to pack the base as well, mustn't I? Actually. Oh, do I have any more of that left? I'm going to wrap it in some of that thicker bubble as well that I used earlier, but it looks like that's all gone now. Oh well. Yeah, because this one sadly doesn't have the box. A lot of them do. Got a pile of boxes here. I'm not too worried about the bottom end because obviously I've already stuck bubble wrap in between them, in between the legs, and the legs are wrapped in that very thick dress anyway, which is fur trimmed. That'll provide a lot of cushioning. So yeah, I think that will do quite nicely. Again, let's have some of these snow peanuts. And yeah, that's sold for £100, as you can see. Was about as well take that off, hadn't I? There we go. It's not going far either, it's only going to Andy's neck of the woods, Excelsior's Domain, same town. Oh. Wrestling with a box. Need a bit more. A little bit more. There we are. So yeah, anyway, I was saying I weren't sure if it was actually the same Vicky that I knew. Obviously the name was the same, but I'm aware of lots of people with same names. But her email address was the name of the company that she used to have. Whether or not she still does, I don't know. And yeah, it's definitely the same one. Right, so I'm going to pack this into another box as well now. There's no chance of it going through as a small parcel anyway, so I might as well. Oh, and look what I find. I wanted some of that a minute ago, didn't I? And a flyer, although she obviously is already well aware of cosmic toys. I don't need to write on that because the size of it, I know what it is. Where are we at with the chats? Right, okay. Pippi Heart says, that's beautiful. I don't think she's ever seen, or she, I don't know, sorry, has ever seen a Betty Boop like that. That's awesome. It was by a company called Danbury Mint. Very similar to Franklin Mint. Limited edition items. You got anything in mind to buy on your birthday, Josh? Maybe a few Gundam kits. Fair enough. That's if there's any left after Dom's been back down. That last item I've got to pack is not shop related whatsoever. It's something I've sold on my own personal eBay. I bought a pile of CDs about 2 or 3 years ago now. A pile of CDs off a stall on the car boot sale. I think I paid 10 quid for 15 of them or something like that. Just loads of different music choices there, and I love all sorts of different music. I like to explore different music as well, so I thought I'd get them. This one, it wasn't for me, but it's been stuck on the pile for quite a long time now, and I thought, well, I'll get rid of it. It's not, I don't want to keep it. And when I had a look on eBay, it was like 30-40 quid. So I thought, oh, right, okay, fair enough then. And it's Sasha and John Digweed doing a mix of Northern Exposure, whatever that is. It is by the Ministry of Sound. It's double disc, nice big fold out one like that. I'd listen to it. It's not bad music, it's just not my... It's not one of my many eclectic tastes or flavours, shall I say. So, yeah, I thought I might as well sell it, and I listed it on Saturday night, and Sunday morning it had sold. Not bad, eh? 30 quid. So, like I say, that's on my own personal eBay, not the shop. I don't use it for the shop anymore. And it's very rare that I list anything for myself. I've just listed some of the kids' old DVDs, actually, whilst having a bit of a clear out. But we'll give it a try. Probably won't sell. See, that's the good thing about having a personal eBay as well, is that you get the free listings. I don't get that with the shop because I'm a business. And they penalise us businesses. I think everyone else gets like 1,000 listings a month. I've got 3 items on there. That tells you how much I shift on my own personal. Don't do it. I sold something last week, and I sold something about 3 months ago. That's my personal eBay for you. And that's far more regular than anything I sell for the shop on eBay, because I just don't do the shop on eBay. Right, a box. I'm sure I had a box ready for this. Evidently I didn't. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. I'm going to stick a flyer in it though. Why not advertise? Even if it is only to one person. Because someone who's into this kind of music may also want to buy a Darth Maul figure. Or a Godzilla. You never know. And yeah, I know most people would just send this in one of those cardboard envelopes or a jiffy bag. But I'm still really pernickety, even when selling things privately. You list something as being in good condition. You make sure it arrives to that buyer in good condition. It's a thing. It's a thing. And yes, I know I won't get away with large letter on it either. But with... As far as I'm aware, with tracked 48, which is how I like to send everything, because it's relatively fast enough, it's only 2 days, and it's fully tracked all the way there, and insured up to 100 quid included in the price. I don't think you can do that with large letters. I think it starts with small parcels. Anyway, that's the CD. And that's all my parcels packed for this morning. Where's the chat at? It hasn't progressed anywhere, has it? Yes, there will be some left for you, Dom. I've got another delivery coming soon. Yeah, he's said it as well there, hasn't he? Right, okay, well, that's it. Watch out for tonight's premiere. And people in the chat, most of you have already seen it anyway, I think. But yeah, watch out for that. And tomorrow night's Cosmic Council. Drop me some suggestions somewhere of what we can talk about. Give me something interesting, something to get our teeth into. Right, I'm going to get the kettle on, and, well, I ain't got a kettle, I've got a push button coffee machine. But I'm going to make a brew, get the shop open, and we're off. And Mark, if you're lurking, hello. If you're not and you're watching this on Catchback, hello anyway. See y'all later. Take care.